this theory, okay? Pretty girls, or girls who appear in a certain way, very feminine, very nurturing of themselves and others. They take the time to make their appearance a certain way. They do their makeup, they do their hair, they dress presentably for the most part. Pretty girls are the ones who suffer from heartbreak the most. They're always the ones that get heartbroken the most. And this is like a very controversial topic. This has many angles. This is also like a just like a social study that I've just kind of noticed. There are actually studies done on this, and I've done my personal research on this. I've done research with my friends. Literally, it is always the girls that take the time to care for themselves and their appearance and other people who suffer heartbreak the most. And you may be wondering, well, Simo, why is that? Why is that the case? And I'm going to tell you in this video, and I'm going to tell you what you can do if you are struggling from this very specific, very niche issue. It's a very niche issue that not everyone can relate to. But if you can, stay tuned because this video is for you. So if you resonate with anything that I said, and you are somebody that is feminine and you take care of yourself and you would call yourself a pretty girl, or you fall into that category of what society thinks a pretty girl is today, which is very subjective, but there is a category for that, I guess, type of person, then you'll notice that you may suffer from heartbreak. You either will have guys breaking your heart or girls breaking your heart, in either way, or both, right? Friends breaking your heart in different ways, friends betraying you, friends sometimes turning on you. You may notice a pattern of jealousy in your female relationships, and you may even have guys getting jealous of you because it just seems as though things come easy to you. So if you resonate with that archetype, then I'm going to tell you why this is happening and what you can do to fix it. Essentially, why this is happening is because we live in a fickle world. We live in a society that's dominated by physical appearance, and it's more so perpetuated by social media. And this is a double-edged sword, because on the one hand, you look the part, right? Let's say you fall into this category, then you look the part. You look like you have it all together. You look like you can just walk into a room and get noticed. You look like your online pages are doing well because you have the appearance. And it's something to be prideful about. It's something to be giving yourself grace for and just pat yourself on the back for, because it's not easy to look like you have it all together. Actually, that is in and of itself a full-time job, which is why I personally encourage vulnerability and also teaching what you know. So the way that you look can just be a added factor and not the main sauce, you know what I mean? So that's a very important part of this as well. If you are somebody that is considered pretty by society standards, you should take the time to master that and then move on from it, you know what I mean? And just really move on to other areas of your life so that you can explore different talents, skills, abilities that you have, dive into sectors of business that interest you, dive into your passions and create from there, so you can basically attract in with your physical appearance, but really deliver value when people do get attracted to you or do come into your orbit. That's why God has blessed you with good looks, essentially, so that you can help people. That's the thing, most individuals just kind of stop there, and they make the beauty the end goal. And they also think that all of these problems that I mentioned before, like heartbreak and pain from social relationships, are because everybody is the same. That's just not the case. The case is that you have to focus on more of who you are and shine your light, your personality, tap into who you are more. People want to see your funny, silly, bubbly, expressive personality, and people will fall in love with you, and they can receive value from you, whether it's just from your energy or from your good heart or from any business model that you have or operate, right? Or any passion that you do. So that's the purpose of beauty, is to invite others in and to nurture them, and to help them. So if you do struggle with people feeling jealous of you and friends breaking your heart and all that, because that used to be me many years ago, until I realized what the problem was and I set out to solve it. And the way to solve this problem is to take your own focus away from how you look. Other people will just see how you look. You can't help that. But if you can bring them a little, if you can bring them in and then give them a little more, then they'll stay, and they'll be like, oh, wait, this girl is actually knowledgeable about this. Let me listen to her. Or this girl actually has a good heart, I want to be her friend, you know? But if you're just stopping your own exploration of your own potential at the physical appearance that you possess, then you are doing yourself and others a disservice, because you're not allowing yourself to tap into all of the brilliance and beauty and excitement that you are. And so you are holding yourself back from seeing yourself that way for all that you are and your potential. And so you're holding the world back from seeing your potential, right? So Seema, how do I tap into my potential? I'm a pretty girl. I'm sick of getting guys that just, you know, like me for my looks, or girls that just want to be friends with me because they want to get close to me because of what I have or how I look. So Seema, how do I change it up? How do I flip the script? I'm going to tell you. So again, bringing people in, having something of value to offer them. This could be anything, right? This could be like just making it a point to know that you have this problem and being an even better friend to people, or offering maybe like a YouTube channel that people can subscribe to, and nurture them that way, or do more outreach and meet more people that you can learn skill sets from, you know? So take advantage of how you look and flip the script. So now your beauty is not a liability, but it's an asset. Because see, it's again a double-edged sword. Beauty can either be a liability or an asset, depending on how you work with it. So God has given you this material, the universe has given you this material, right? And now all you have to do is learn how to work with it. There are lessons that come with the body that we carry. There are lessons that come with the type of life that we carry and the life that we have. So figure out what your specific lessons are. Everyone has different lessons. For some people, maybe this problem that, oh, I'm a pretty girl and blah, blah, blah. Like people, it is an issue. It's just a different type of, it's just a different type of issue. Because privilege comes in many forms. There's this type of privilege, and then there are other types of privileges which, you know, are the opposite maybe of this. That society would recognize as a privilege in today's day and age. So there are different types of privilege. Now, not all privilege is the same by any means at all, in terms of its magnitude or strength or like rooms that it opens, doors that it opens. No, not all privilege is the same. But beauty is a type of privilege, and I acknowledge that, and I'm here to tell you that you must learn how to use it for a higher cause, you know? Beauty for the sake of beauty is fleeting, because we're all gonna die. I mean, we know this, right? Like, we don't take our body with us. We shed the body. So because we shed the body, we should not make it the end goal of life, or we shouldn't focus on it only. You know what I mean? Use it as, it's like a means to an end. It's just like money. Like, money is a means to an end. Same with beauty, same with fame, same with power or influence. Like, these things are not end goals or end results by any means. That's why when people want fame or beauty or money, they don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they want, because that's not a desire. You know, it's a means to an end. I'm saying it's not a desire because even when you do have it, you're never satisfied, right? You always want more. That's why people get like a ton of surgeries to, like, you know, and they never end. That's why when you have money, you just want more money, and you get like addicted, and you get upset and depressed because you're like unfulfilled on the inside. It's a sinkhole. All of these things I mentioned, fame, beauty, money, they are sinkholes. Why? Because they're not ends. They're means to an end. So recognize that. The faster and the sooner that you recognize that, you'll be free. You'll be happy. You'll be happier. And even in the pursuit of money or fame or beauty, you'll understand that you know, it's not something that you will land on, you know? And by the way, pursuing money, fame, and beauty, like, these things, they happen on their own, and they come on their own when we strive after purpose, right? Like, when we go for higher purpose, then the money and the beauty and the fame, they come as a result of us moving upward towards our purpose. So again, these are not end goals. They just attach themselves to us on the way up. Okay? Why? Because with money, you have opportunity. And when you have opportunity, you have the opportunity to become more beautiful, or to become more famous, to put your name out there more, or whatever. So, and the way to cultivate money is how? Write it in the comments below. How do we cultivate money? I want to know what you guys think. And then I'm going to tell you. I'll give you a second. This is like a very Dora the Explorer type situation. The way to make a shit ton of money is to live your purpose. that is the way, because money attaches itself to you when you do that. And you'll notice that if you live your purpose in small ways, our purpose is multifold, right? It's not just like one thing. It could be, it has to do with the vibration that we carry. Even if you work at a coffee shop and, you are living your purpose by like lovingly doing your work and your service, and like giving up the fruits of your actions to God, um, you'll notice that you get more tips. Like you'll notice that, because why? Because your energy is high, and I did that for a while. I actually worked at a coffee shop and I made it a point to have a high energy most of the time. And it worked. Like I would see it working. Like people would, just be more happy. The interactions, went over well. We would get more tips, like things like that. So the energy that you bring to any job or endeavor or project, even a YouTube channel is a project, or your business, it results in a chain of events. I call it, the butterfly effect, that eventually results in more money. Money is just the last manifestation of wealth, and wealth is always beginning and ending with the spirit soul, because we are naturally wealthy beings. It says this in the Bible. It says this in every scripture, right? So that is a way to use your beauty. If you are a pretty girl, this video is aimed for you, right? So like this is the way to use your beauty, and not attract these people that may be jealous of you or upset with you for how maybe innocent and yet sexy you are. That's a very like free energy. If you're a pretty girl with a free energy, shine your light and don't be afraid or worried about like these types of people, because you have to understand that we attract who we are. So if you are worried or holding yourself back in some way, or even if you are jealous of other pretty girls, right, you're gonna attract the same type of people to you. So that's why having a higher purpose is so important with any work that you do, because like if you are just putting yourself out there for your body and for your looks and stuff, you are going to get that type of energy back to you, wherein people are going to be like negative towards you, because you're not adding or providing value to the space of online creators or to the world. Instead, you are maybe even showing other people that they are lacking in some way, and you may not even be conscious that you're doing this. But people have insecurities. Everybody has insecurities, because we are born into a society that capitalizes off of our insecurities. So of course everybody has insecurities, right? Which is like the number one thing that you want to rewire about yourself, because you don't have to have insecurities. Let me tell you, you don't have to have insecurities. You can change that. You can have zero. And I know this because I went from having so many insecurities about my face, my body, my voice, my everything, my teeth, everything, to now having like no insecurities. And even if I do have insecurities, I don't care. Like they don't stop me. You know what I mean? They're not even in my like conscious in my mind anymore as being that. They're more so just a part of me, and I've accepted them. Like basically I accepted my flaws. And so I have just ingrained them within me, and it's just me. All of it makes up who I am, So that type of self-acceptance comes when you, I think, want it. Like you can't have something that you don't really want badly enough, right? So if you really want to heal your insecurities, and if you really want to gain self-acceptance, you're gonna work towards it. And the way that I personally worked towards it was through sitting down with myself and hitting rock bottom with all this stuff, and really getting deep with myself on what's wrong. Why am I unhappy with how I look? What habits am I doing that reflect this unhappiness, right? Comparison, scrolling, like all these things. And how can I heal that, right? And so I would sit and pray, and I would meditate, and what I would do is I would pray to God to heal me from my insecurities. And I would say, please make me pretty, like please like allow for me, just really innocent, honest prayer. Please allow for me to see the beauty within myself, like please show me my positive traits and have them reflect to me in the world that is around me. Have other people show me my positive traits. If that, please God, work through people, work through the mirror to show me my own beauty. Like I would say these things. You can say these same things as well. That's the first thing I did. The second is meditation. I would meditate on peace, really, like the emotion of peace, And so that changed my energy fully over the course of a while, but consistency compounds. So it allowed for me to become more soft, more gentle, more loving towards myself, and all beings around me, all spirit souls around me. And it just made me more compassionate. And so because it changed my heart content, and it made me more content, it actually reflected on my face and my body and everything. I just became more attractive, you know. I don't know exactly how. I do think it's a vibrational thing. But you will see that vibration slowly deposits itself into matter, into physical, tangible 3D matter. So meditation was the second thing that helped me. The third thing that helped me was, again, changing my environment. So that means I altered my outer and my inner environment. So number one, I stopped scrolling so much and comparing and doing all of the mental negative habits that I was doing. So I changed my outer environment in that way, and I changed my inner environment by talking to myself, saying positive things to myself that were healing to me about how I looked and how I felt and everything. And I also changed my inner environment by changing the foods that I ate, and I started, eating more clean, just more clean, and getting more sunlight and being outside more, and just, all of that. The fourth thing that I did was I focused on joy. So happy people are more attractive. This is just something that is like obvious because it shows in the face, it shows in the collagen, it shows in the fine lines, it shows in the statistics. Okay, so the happier that you are, the less stressed you're gonna be, and so the less shocked your nervous system is gonna be, and so the more relaxed you are gonna be, and so the more beautiful you are gonna be. And so when you can learn how to really strive towards peace and then joy as a byproduct of peace, your stress levels will be managed naturally. And so that's what I did. That's the fourth thing that I did. And it worked really, really well for me because I noticed a change in my skin texture and tone, in my eyes and their brightness and lightness and awakenedness, right? In my intelligence and intellect. And that leads me to my fifth point, which is if you want to really be more secure with how you look, sharpen your intellect, because our mind reflects our body. You'll notice somebody that is stagnant mentally or that does not have a student spirit or like a learning spirit, like they're not going to appear sharp. Okay, they're going to it just makes sense because the inner will always reflect the outer. And conversely, someone who's always studying, and somebody who's always learning, that shows in their outer appearance. It shows in their face, in their voice, in what they say, in the fruit that they give, right? In how they present themselves to the world. It shows in their passion. It shows in their energy. It shows in their enthusiasm for life and for certain topics that they're interested in or passionate about. It shows in their energy to produce, right? To produce material or to produce or complete projects. It shows in their energy to produce ideas, etc. So it shows in their skills and talents and abilities. So it's important to always be a student of life, and that's number 5. And if you do all of these things that I just told you, you will be and feel beautiful from the inside out, and you will understand the true essence of beauty, which is vigor, vitality, God force, right? Love, passion, unconditional love, really. And when I say passion, I just mean devotion, passion for God and for all of the things that He has blessed us with here to explore. So if you again fall into the category of a pretty girl, or whoever you might be listening to this video, watching this video, just understand that, our society is quite fickle, and like everything that surrounds us kind of wants us to self-sabotage and self-hate, rather than heal. So it's natural that you may have fallen into tendencies of like negativity, and so you will attract that same negativity from the outside. But don't be fooled, it's not the people around you that are the problem. It is always us, right? Because in changing ourselves, we can change our outer environment, and we can change the way people reflect us and respond to us. So it's not that your ex-friend is jealous of you, it's not that somebody's jealous of you, or it's not that somebody doesn't like you because you're pretty, or like this is such a low level understanding of human psychology, and it's just false. What it is you are attracting those people to show up like that because you are vibrating at a level of such that would attract that kind of energy towards you, because maybe you're too focused on how you look only, and that again is like painful for us. It's because it's just not the truth. We are the soul, the Atman, we're like infinite. And so if we're just focusing on how we look, we're going to be just depraved. We're going to be upset. We're going to be depressed, So that depression energy, that low vibrational energy attracts people well, it attracts people. It doesn't matter who it attracts. It just attracts people. But then the low vibrational tendencies and insecurities within the people that you attract will be brought out. And you don't want that, right? And they don't want that either. So the key is, again, to do everything with a higher purpose, with love. Even if you have to model and show off your body and like really maybe that's your job, and maybe you love it and that's your job. Do it not thinking that people are jealous of you, because then you're going to create that situation with your thoughts. Do it thinking that there is an abundance of beauty for all and that you inspire other people with your beauty. Walk into a photo shoot thinking that you are going to inspire millions of girls around the world to do their own photo shoots, and that's why you're here. Don't do it for any other reason. You know what I mean? So our intentions bear fruit. Our intentions matter, and God, universe, sees and notices and responds to our intentions. That's why the world will reflect our intentions. So this is how to solve all of the problems relating to being a so-called pretty girl in our society, or an attractive human being. I believe everybody's attractive. I believe it does not matter what you look like. I believe that you are beautiful, you are intelligent, you are sexy, you are scintillating, because human beings are just so wildly like fruitful and like blessed by the divine. Each person. It does not matter. It does not matter how you look. It's in here. It's in the spark in the eyes. It's in the energy that you carry. It's in your heart. It's in your experiences. It's in what you've gone through. It's in your personal story, baby. You know what I mean? So so yeah. So I love you guys so much, so much. I hope this video helped you. You have all my love. This is a very interesting topic that I don't think I've ever spoken on before, but I wanted to because this is something that I used to struggle with years ago. When I was much younger, I used to think, man, I just want to feel free to be myself and be as pretty as I want. Why are people hating on me for it? Like, why am I attracting jealousy in certain friendships and stuff like that? And I just didn't know what I know now. And so now that I know this, I want to share it with you and give you this information of what you can do, because I didn't know back then that it was a me problem. I used to think that, this is just, people are bitter and this is just how it is, and so I'm gonna be bitter because people are bitter, this sucks, but that's not at all the truth, because the truth is what you create, right? About yourself and about your environment. So if that's your truth, that everybody hates a pretty girl and people are jealous of you, then it will happen. I'm telling you guys, right? It will happen. Your thoughts will create your reality and your environment in that way. So all right, I love you guys so much. If this video helped you, if you found it helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts on this type of video in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. If you would like to book a one-on-one call with me, you can go ahead and do so in the link below for my personal one-on-one coaching. Additionally, if you would like a specific ebook that I have created just for you to go ahead and put your own skills and monetizable skills on social media, just comment down below and just say thank you, and I'll go ahead and send you a copy of that free ebook. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. I love you very much. Subscribe to my channel for more helpful videos like this, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.